Hello all, in this lecture we are going to discuss about pumping lemma for context-free languages. We have already discussed about pumping lemma for regular languages. So here pumping lemma for CFL. So not all languages are context-free languages. To prove that certain language is not a context-free language, we can use the technique called pumping lemma. So this is the definition. So first, if we want to prove a given CFL is not a context free language, uh, we have to first consider the language is a context free language, because we can pumping lemma can be proved by using proof by contradiction method. So initially we need to consider the given language is a context free language. Then if we will get some contradiction result, then we can say that the language is not a context free language. So first assume that L is a CFL and we have to consider N be a constant. Then we need to choose a string Z belongs to this language L. Choose a possible string Z belongs to L such that length of Z must be greater than or equal to N. This is a condition for choosing Z. Length of Z should be greater than or equal to this constant N. And then we have to split this Z into 5 substrings U, V, W, X, Y such that it should satisfy these 3 conditions. The middle portion VWX, length of the middle portion must be less than or equal to this constant N. Okay, the length of Z, total length of U, V, W, X, Y must be greater than or equal to N, in which this VWX, the middle portion's length must be less than or equal to N, maximum of N. It can have maximum of length N. Then this V and X, okay, this V and X, that means here we are going to pump V and X. So this V and X not equal to epsilon. The meaning is at least V or X must contain one symbol. So Vx, the concatenation of Vx is not equal to epsilon, or we can also say that length of Vx is greater than or equal to 1. So at least its length is greater than or equal to 1. So at least one symbol must be present. Then we have to prove for all I greater than or equal to 0. That is, if we pump V and X, means V to the power I X, sorry, U V to the power I W X to the power I Y should also belong to L. So if we pump V and X I times including 0, means the resulting string must also be in the language L. So it should be proved for all I greater than or equal to 0. Sometimes the string may be true for some few I values 0, 1, 2, etc. So in that case we can prove it for I equals 3. So the condition is for all I values greater than or equal to 0, the string must also belonging to L. So we will get contradiction here. So we can say that the given language is not regular. So pumping lemma is used for proving the language is not a context free. It is not used for proving a language is a context free. Now we will see an example. So show that L is equal to A to the power N, B to the power N, C to the power N, such that N is greater than or equal to 1 is not a context free language. So consider, let L be a CFL. So first assume that the given language is a context free language. Then let N be a constant. This N be a constant. Now we need to choose Z belonging to this language L. So choose Z equals A to the power N, B to the power N, C to the power N. So N number of A's must be followed by N number of B's followed by N number of C's. Actually for this language we cannot construct CFG, right? We can construct CFG for A to the power N, B to the power N, but we can't construct CFG for A to the power N, B to the power N, C to the power N. So we can prove this language is not a CFL using pumping lemma. So Z equals the string such that length of Z is greater than or equal to N. It satisfies this condition. Now split Z equals U, V, W, X, Y, in which U equals, actually the first condition is VWX is less than or equal to n, right? The middle portion is less than or equal to n, maximum of n. So we can consider VWX as b to the power n. So we can assign a to the power n to u and c to the power n to y. So u equals a to the power n, VWX equal to b to the power n, such that length of VWX must be greater than or equal to less than or equal to n. Length of VWX is less than or equal to n. Now the next rule is Vx is not equal to epsilon, that is at least length of Vx is at least 1, right? Greater than or equal to 1. So Vx, from VWX we can choose Vx. Vx is equal to b to the power n minus m. That is, we are going to assign some b to the power n minus m number of b's. Some n minus number of b's are assigned to Vx, because length of Vx must be greater than or equal to 1. Then we need to prove u v to the power I, w x to the power I, y belongs to L. So and here y is c to the power n, right? So we have splitted z in the form of u v w x y, and a to the power n is assigned to u, c to the power n is assigned to y, b to the power n is assigned to the middle portion, and here n minus m is assigned to b to the power x. And here we can also say that this m is less than n. Okay, so now u v to the power I, w x to the power I, y. So this can be written as u v to the power I minus 1. V can be written as v concatenated with v to the power I minus 1 w. Similarly, x into x power I minus 1 y. Now we can combine, we can bring wx here. So u v wx, and we can combine this v and x to the power I minus 1 y. Now we can substitute values for these symbols. So u means a to the power n, vwx b to the power n, vx is b to the power n minus m to the power I minus 1. Okay, then y is c to the power n. So now a to the power n, b power n, b to the power ni minus n, simplify this, minus mi plus m c to the power n. So now we can combine these two. So a to the power n, b to the power n plus ni minus n minus mi plus m c to the power n. Now for all I greater than or equal to 0, this string must be in language L, right? So we have to pick I value equals 0. So if I is equal to 0, u v power I w x power I y equals a to the power n b to the power, if you substitute, and here n and n cancelled, if you substitute n value I as 0, then we will get b to the power m c to the power n. Okay, so here we already know that m is less than n, right? So n number of a's followed by m number of b's followed by n number of c's, means it is not belonging to this language, right? So contradiction occurs. Hence the given language is not a CFL. Hence the given L is not a CFL. Thank you.